not only learning about arrogance, not only learning about anger, not only learning about all types of issues, but actually take that teaching and start picturing something happening in their mind that would typically make them have that negative reaction and already start picturing themselves overcoming that obstacle. Yeah, if she says that and he does this, which typically makes me really, really angry, what am I going to do in order not to get angry? Oh, and I'm going to think this, I'm going to do this. And she has to start already living that experience without it actually happening. Meaning you're training yourself mentally. Not just by reading it one time, by sometimes actually repeating it to yourself over and over. Visualizing the actual event itself. And that's actually one of the things that Rabbi Israel Misalant, alav shalom, reignited into the world with the Mussar movement, where in a sefer called Or Israel, Rabbi Israel Misalant says that learning Mussar, the basis and the foundation of it is to transform the person's essence. And his Talmid, Rabbi Yitzchak Blazer, elaborated on Rabbi Israel's point. What does it mean that this Mussar teachings is supposed to transform the person, to transform his essence? What does it actually mean? He says that Rabbi Israel Misalant introduced something to the world that's called Mussar Beit Pa'alut, which is learning Mussar with enthused fervor. And this is what he wrote, Rabbi Yitzchak Blazer. The most beneficial is Mussar when it's studied with enthused fervor. And our master Rabbi Israel Misalant changed the face of Mussar study and clothed it in another form. Where in the past, even those who at times learned Mussar out loud, they did so in a manner, in a tone that's similar to learning Gemara and Poskim. You're supposed to learn Torah out loud. You learn Abaye, Rava, what's this, what's that. You're supposed to learn Torah out loud. Whatever you're learning, you're supposed to learn it out loud. That way it actually helps fulfill the mitzvah even better. First and foremost, you're using multiple senses. You're going to be able to remember it because of that more. You're not just using your eyes. You're using your eyes. You're using your speech. You're using your ears. In essence, you're using multiple senses that's going to help you remember that Torah. And remembering the Torah in itself is of critical nature. So much so that when they asked Rav Elchanan Wasserman, alav shalom, how is it that the Rav remembers the entire Torah? Does the Rav have such a great memory? Rabbi Elchanan Wasserman said to them, no, I don't have a good memory at all. So how does the Rav remember the entire Torah? He says, very simple. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says in the Mishnah that a person that forgets Torah, his life is on the line, meaning it's like a heavenly death penalty. So I'm so afraid of forgetting Torah that I remember the whole thing. That's a person that's, obviously compared to us, this is like an angel among men. But the point is that this is a person that had Yirat Shamayim to the extent that Yirat Shamayim, that fear of heaven that he had, was so deep internally that it changed his physical nature. It changed his physical nature. And of course, this is not by simply reading a book 500 times. This is by taking what Torah you're learning and doing whatever you can in order to apply it to your life. Because of course the Gemara says in Masechet Megillah, page 6, that the issue of the matter of memory is all siyata dishmaya, it's all a divine gift. It's something that Hashem decides to give or not to give to a person. But when a person shows how much they love Torah by taking whatever they learn and doing whatever they can to apply it to their life, internalizing it, looking at where they fit in, where they don't fit in, what they need to fix, what they don't need to fix, how they can apply each and every single word of Torah that they learn into their life, into the life of their loved ones, into their world that they live in, that person shows HaKadosh Baruch Hu that they hold his words dearly. And for such a person, surely HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to want that person to keep that, because they're trying to make themselves into a pure olive oil, into a pure tzaddik by their actions, and therefore HaKadosh Baruch Hu will help them. As it says, a bali ter mesayim biyado. The Gemara says someone that comes to become purified, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives them a helping hand. So comes a Rabbi Yitzchak Blazer and says that in the past, people would learn Mussar, and but still it wouldn't work for them. Why? They were learning it out loud, which is good, but in the same tone as they would learn Gemara and Poskim. It was done quietly, by just examining the words alone, which is how most people read. They'll take whatever book, they'll take a Or Israel, or they'll take a Mesilat Yesharim, or whatever other book that they find as a Mussar book. They'll take Yaseh Midbar Le'Agamayim, my book, Baruch Hashem, Le'Havdil, but they'll take a book and they'll read it with their eyes. Examine the words. Oh wow, this one's good. What the rabbi is saying is good. Wow, okay, next page, and then, swallow up words. You have some young people are, able to swallow books. A book, you have a book. Oh, how many pages that one? Oh, it's 350 pages. Oh, I'll have it done this month. Oh, Chazak U'Baruch. Okay. You have any other recommendations, Rabbi? Well, you finished the book already? Yeah, I finished it. It was only a few hundred pages. Okay, okay, here's another one. Okay. Couple of weeks later. Okay, you have anything else, Rabbi? Yeah, here's another book. And you see this person is swallowing up books. So you figure this person, in this rate, is going to become, I don't know, Gdolador. But yet, a year and a half later, the person is still struggling with things that even a new student doesn't struggle with anymore. Why? They're reading as an intellectual endeavor. They're not applying. They're not applying to their life. They're reading. It's mentally stimulating. It's nice to hear. Oh, this is great. It's entertaining. But nothing is being applied. They're more concerned about completing the book. Or it's like people that attend a lecture, and the whole time they're waiting. Wait, when is the rabbi going to finish? Why, he's already going for an hour and a half. Wait, he's really going to go the whole 2 hours? And when they hear one of the people say, no, sometimes he goes more than 2 hours. Ooh, wow, really? A person like this, why'd you come? Why'd you come? The whole point of coming to a lecture that is going to teach you Mussar is for what? For you to change. For you to change. In essence, by attending, you're acknowledging, at least that's what you're supposed to be, acknowledging that you are work in progress. You're coming to change. You're coming to learn something that's going to help you become better. So if you already have been doing the wrong thing for 20, 30 years, why do you think that it's okay for you to be in a hurry to get the solution? Doesn't make any sense, but that's what happens. Many times people are like, oh, already 2 hours. Or even better yet, they'll come to a lecture, listen for 2 hours, or they'll watch the lecture online, listen for 2 hours. Nothing will happen. Why? Do you remember anything about the lecture? Yeah, he said it's bad to do this and all types of other things. Well, what's this? What did he say bad? What anything applied to you? Yeah, I guess some things apply to me. Well, give me an example of something that applied to you. I don't remember exactly right now, but what do you mean? But you just watched it 5 minutes ago. What do you mean you don't remember what applied to you? What are you going to do about this lecture? You going to do something in your life? Yeah, I'm going to try to be a good person. Wait, so you needed this lecture to tell you to be a good person? No, I already knew that. So what was the point of the lecture? Well, I like it. Why? What is it doing for you? Person doesn't have an answer. Why? Because they're coming into the lecture without any actual strategy of, I'm going to try to take this information from this book, from this lecture, and try to pick it apart to be able to apply it to my life. Take something, apply it to my life. 1,000,000 times I've told people that watch my lectures, write down what I say. How many listen? Very few. Very few. Why? People are spiritually lazy. They figure, listen, I'm listening, I'll remember. You won't remember. How about this? Even the speaker doesn't remember everything that he says. Sometimes people tell me, remember, Rabbi, you said such and such. I said, I don't remember. No, you said it, 6 months ago. Oh, Baruch Hashem, thanks for reminding me. Oh, tell me, listen, I heard this, da. I'm like, wow, whoever said that is really smart, really good. Well, it's chidush. He goes, no, you're the one that said it. Like, oh, okay, Baruch Hashem, I said it. What do you think? I remember everything I say? If I don't remember everything that I say, how are you going to remember everything that I said? But that's the thing. People, they don't want to push that extra mile. They don't want to go that extra mile. Why? Because they don't see it as extremely necessary. They don't see it as extremely valuable to the same capacity it's supposed to be. Thereby, they could literally be watching lectures for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 20 years, and still stay the same thing. Of course, Baruch Hashem, HaKadosh Baruch Hu has mercy on us, and He sends us many people that also change, that do improve, that do become better, but not everybody. Hence the reason why we have to use some secret weapons, which we'll get to in a moment, to help people push themselves even when they're not intending on pushing themselves. Let me know what you think, and make sure to share it, because other people need to learn too.